So, guys, we need to talk about these people. We got to talk about the Pretendians. Now, the word Pretendian used to refer to, mostly up until literally this year, maybe last year, mostly it referred to Caucasians, people of the white persuasion who claimed, although not looking it, to be Indian. And can I tell you the truth, guys? I've been a Pretendian before, because when I was young, just like pretty much every white family in this country, I was told, "Oh, your great aunt was Cherokee or something, right?" And yeah, I'm an Indian. I'm not. I know that's not true now, but I was told that. I was Pretendian at one point. I thought I had a little bit of the native blood running through me. You know, it was like when I was a kid, I'd run through the woods really fast and jump over like sticks and fallen trees and stuff. And I thought that was because I was part Indian. You know, I thought I was just really good, like at running through the woods, because what else would Indians be good at? So anyways, in the recent years, 2026, the African American community, who I love and hold in high esteem, started saying that they're actually indigenous and that the Native Americans, as we know them, are not. They're imposters. They've stolen the true African American Native history, right? And so we have the Pretendians, and it's really all about this. It's an identity crisis. These people carry some sort of shame, I guess, implicitly about their past, about their history, and they want to be anything but what they've been told they are. And I guess, as a white person, I can relate and I can understand and agree with that. I think we actually have more in common there than most of them would understand. But so they're trying to be something else. The evolution of an identity crisis. In the 50s, 60s, it was the Nation of Islam. Then in the 70s, it was African with the traditional African garb. Then in the 90s, you got the Hoteps. You got we were the pharaohs. We were the Egyptians. Funny thing, if you look up King Tut's sandals that were in his burial chamber, it shows a Semite, and it shows, I think, a Nigerian or whatever the African country was, whatever they called the Africans back in Egypt times. It had them on the bottom of the sandal so that King Tut could trample on his enemies as he walked around in leisure with his sandals. So, and then they were the Moors, the Arabic Moors. Then they were the Moors in the 2010s. And 2020, the Black Hebrew Israelites are going strong. Gotta love them. They're good for a lot of fun. I wish them well. I really do. And then now in 2025, 2026, they're the Native Americans. And so it's an Afrocentrist ideology. Here's a nice Afrocentrist meme. Afrocentrist pseudo-historians win. Original Jews, Black Africans. Original Egyptians, Black Africans. Original Greeks, also Black Africans. Original Native Americans, believe it or not, Black Africans. And there's a lot of people like this that will look you in the eye and say this without any question. And being a white person, I've been described as a culture vulture. We Europeans, we have this nasty habit of colonization and innovation, going around the whole world and spreading, things and, roads and hospitals and, mechanization and stuff like that. And, we're kind of like, we go around, we go, oh, what's that? You got that? Oh, give us that. That's ours now, That's the story. I was told I was a real culture vulture. But I wonder, perhaps, if it's the African community, are you guys the real culture vultures? Because, like, this meme's basically saying we're the Vikings, we were the Cowboys, we were the Indians. I don't know what that one is, but it's unfortunate. I feel like all people should embrace their history without shame, because it's history. you really didn't have anything to do with it. And, you're here today making your own choices and defining what people will say about you in the future. So, don't feel ashamed if you have ties to things that were not nice. Don't worry about that. Don't live in shame. Don't live in regret. You don't have to do that. But so we're still in the Pretendian section here. I want to show you guys, this is a real photo. Okay, I need you to understand that this is a real photo. Now, it's been colorized because obviously this is a real photo and it was originally in black and white. But this photo has been colorized for modern viewers. And this is a real photo. This is an actual photo. This is what the Native Americans actually looked like. And there's about 10 million black aunts on Facebook that will tell you this is a real photo and proof of their Native American heritage. So who am I to disagree? I wouldn't disagree. I believe all women, especially black women, and I shut up when they're speaking. I want to hear what they have to say. But at the end of the day, people believe this, like, don't make yourself a clown. Don't be a clown. We was Native American Indians. Were you? Were you? You are Bozo the Clown if you think this. It's ridiculous. Guys, you don't need to do this. You have plenty of things to be proud of, okay? You don't need to be Native Americans. And I think let me be honest here. I think part of the reason why so many modern day African Americans latch onto the idea that they were Native Americans is because they see that a lot of the disdain that people have for them in this country, right? Because of disproportional crime rates, of violence, and just general unpleasantness and things like that, and they don't like the reputation that experience has afforded them. And so when you see how the Native Americans are treated by many Caucasians, it's pretty desirable. They're mystical. They're lauded. There's something very special about them. Caucasians love to talk about how they're in awe of the Native Americans and just how incredible they were. And it's kind of quite the opposite, I think, for most people when they think of the current African American community. So it really makes sense to me that a lot of African Americans would see how the Indians are lifted up and want to be that. And I can't blame you for that, but it seems ridiculous. It's a lot of people are laughing at you. I don't think you have the proof you think you have. And anyways, moving on, we're in the most